Hi, I am Dee Dee Wednesday. I am a 37-year-old therapist living in the rural South, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I can't believe I'm saying that. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I know a lot of you have come over from TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and I just want to say thank you and welcome. And as promised, I am here to deliver our first video, our intro video, and the Q&A that you guys have been asking for. So I announced that I was starting a YouTube channel and that I would have my first video launched about 2 months ago, but that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. We're here now, and that's way over there. But I asked you guys for questions, and when I say y'all delivered, you delivered. And I'm gonna answer each and every one. Now, there are a couple of questions that repeat. I'm gonna answer that one time. There's only one question that we're not gonna answer today. I'm gonna save that for a different video in 2 weeks. And I've reached out to the person that asked the question. She's okay with that. So let's get right into it. And they're not in any specific order either. So they're not categorized. I literally jotted them down, copied them from the different apps, and pasted them in the orders that they were asked. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Question number one, where are you from? This is not a hard question for most people, but in all honesty, I'm actually from two places. I rep one place, but if I'm being transparent, I'm actually from two places. I am originally from South Florida, Broward County to be exact. Shout out to the Broward County babes. We moved to Louisiana when I was in the 11th grade to Mer Rouge, Louisiana. That's where my whole family is from. Shout out to Mer Rouge, the village. So when people ask me where I'm from, I always say Mer Rouge, Louisiana. I have been living in Louisiana since the 11th grade, and I'm 37 now. So when people say, where are you from? I always say Mer Rouge, Louisiana. But in full transparency, I have a lot of love for Broward County too. But where am I from? Mer Rouge, Louisiana. Question number two, how old are you? I'm 37. Number three, are you a lesbian and are you married to a woman? Yes and yes. Yes, I am a lesbian. I'm what they call a late in life lesbian. I identified as bi for years and years and years, but I came out as a lesbian probably about 3 or 4 years ago. And I have been married to my wonderful, beautiful, amazing, super nerdy, super great wife, Danielle, for just a little bit over a year. And we are raising my son, Phoenix, together as moms. Number four, I remember when I saw this question, and mind you, you asked me this question on Facebook Messenger. Girl, I could see you. You asked me this question all out, like, no shame. Question number four, are you still in love with your ex-husband? Good, no. Now, in full transparency, I don't see him as a bad guy. The marriage ended pretty tumultuously. There was drama. I'm from a small town. The person that asked this question is from my town. So they know the drama that ensued with that divorce. But no, I'm not in love with him. I don't hate him. I don't harbor any negative feelings about him, but I'm also just not in love with him. Do you and your wife want more children? No. 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 I am a one and done kind of gal. When I say I am in love with being Phoenix's mom, I mean just that. I love being Phoenix's mom. I have no desire to be nobody else's mama, anybody else's mom. Like, I really only like Phoenix when it comes to kids. Now, I can deal with other people's kids, play with them, love on them, send them home. I don't want any more children. Question number six, why did you stop making mental health content? So if you're completely new to me, I started building a platform predominantly on TikTok, making mental health specific videos. The reason that I stopped because it was getting stressful, and it stopped being good for my mental health. And while it was really helpful for other people, it started getting draining for me. And a lot of times if you say something that people don't like, the first thing they do is they call the board. Now, mind you, I've never gotten in any trouble with my licensure board because I've never actually done anything unethical, but it gets really stressful and it's really intense, and there is a lot of pressure involved there that I really just didn't want to do anymore. You know, there's so much more to me than just being a therapist. And while we're going to talk about mental health stuff, predominantly relationship stuff, lifestyle stuff, just being a girl stuff, I can't focus only on mental health because you guys forget, like, that's what I do all day long. And so for me, social media is, one, a place where I do provide psychoeducation, but it's also a place for me to just build community and have friends and have a key and be social. It's social media. And it can be a little bit draining to do work and then work socially online. So I gave it a little rest. The next question, this one is actually from someone that I love in real life. She asked, do you ever feel like people don't take you seriously as a lesbian because you're feminine? Yes. Being a lesbian is something that just is, right? I didn't decide one day and wake up and say, oh, I'm going to be a lesbian. I have been gay my whole life. Like, the only crushes I had as a little girl were on other little girls. Coming out was hard. I'm from the rural South, the Bible Belt, and coming out was really scary. But it was also, in full transparency, relatively easy in comparison to a lot of other people. My family was accepting and loving and affirming. My friends, same thing, super affirming, very loving, supportive. Nobody batted an eye. Them folks didn't care. They was like, okay. And because they love me genuinely. But there was still fear around that, but not the same fear and angst and anxiety that I assume, and honestly that I know because I've had conversations with masculine presenting lesbians that they experience. And sometimes I don't feel like people take me seriously as a lesbian, even some family and friends, because I am really girly and really frilly and things are pink and really pretty. And it's like, well, you can't be a lesbian because you're just a regular girl. Baby, we all regular girls who happen to be attracted to other regular girls. But yeah, it can be challenging sometimes to be a feminine presenting lesbian. But I say that also knowing that there is an abundant amount of privilege that comes with being a feminine presenting lesbian also. You know, unlike my wife, who is masculine presenting, she is what people in the community consider a stud, which is a black masculine presenting lesbian. I just get to walk around the world freely. People just see me as a girl when I'm in the world without her, or if I'm not in a group of other, you know, people that are identifiably, visibly gay. When I'm out and about, I'm just Dee Dee. No one treats me differently. If they do, it's not because I'm gay, baby. It's because I'm black. And there's privilege that comes along with that, right? No one is staring at me. No one is making jokes or looking or pointing. There is privilege to just being able to walk around and be. So when I say, yeah, sometimes people don't take me seriously, especially as a late in life feminine lesbian. No, sometimes they don't take me seriously, and it does hurt my feelings sometimes, but it doesn't take away the privilege that I experience also as a feminine presenting lesbian, right? I hope I answered that question. An example, light-skinned black people, right? People make fun of them, they say things about them. It's not always fun for them, but it's not nothing. It's not colorism. It's not the same as the experiences that someone who is darker complected has. And so in comparison, which is very different, I compare those two things, right? So being a feminine presenting lesbian, it comes with its own challenges, but nothing like what comes with being a masculine presenting lesbian. So I'll take the, you don't take me seriously, you think this is a phase, or people don't always know that I'm gay. I'll take that and sometimes use that privilege to advocate for my wife or advocate for other masculine presenting lesbians or people in the community. So I'll take it. Next question. What advice would you give someone going through a divorce? Whew. Girl, I'm actually thinking about putting up a video I made several years ago while I was going through my divorce. So this might be the first video, but there might be one right under this because I published it and then I took it right down because I got embarrassed and scared. What advice would I give someone going through a divorce? Take your time. Don't rush it and try to heal very quickly. Don't try to go out and date somebody real fast. You know, people say things like the best way to get over somebody is to get under somebody else. No, it's not. The best way to hurt somebody else's feelings is to move on with them, knowing you ain't ready to be with somebody. The best advice I can give is to take your time. Cry, grieve, scream, be angry, be bitter. Allow those emotions to be felt by you. Don't rush yourself thinking you have to do this perfectly. There's no perfect way to feel about getting a divorce. And there's so much shame that comes with getting a divorce. So give yourself some grace and feel everything. Allow yourself to feel everything. Don't try to get busy, or I let myself cry. I grieved the ending of my first marriage hard, and I regret nothing. I regret nothing because I don't have to do it now. I laid on the floor. I cried. I screamed. I yelled. I went to therapy. I called my friends screaming, yelling, and crying, and they were supportive and they were there. I felt everything that came with that because I needed to. And I advise you to do the same thing. Feel it all. The only way out is through. And that might sound corny, but it's true. The only way to get out of all of that pain is to go through it. Because truth be told, if you try to skip it, you're just gonna meet it on the other side. You're just gonna meet it somewhere else. You're gonna meet it in another relationship. You're going to meet it down the road. So take your time, walk through that pain, cry through that pain, feel it. Don't let it overcome you, but feel it. And don't do it by yourself. I had some great support. I had a therapist. I had my friends. I leaned on my friends who had gone through it, who were over it, who understood, who didn't think I was crazy for having the thoughts and feelings that I had. Surround yourself with people who understand, right? And who love you in spite of the days you feel and act crazy. I know you in real life. Call me. That would be okay with me. Okay? The next question is, do you give a crap as a lesbian for previously being married to another? Do you get crap? Okay, do you get crap as a lesbian for previously being married to a man? Yeah. Especially like when I was dating like immature lesbians who weren't sure of themselves, would have, you know, a little slick shit to say. You was married to a man, or, you know, they'll get mad about something later on down in the relationship, and that'd be the first thing that they want to pull out. You know, you was married to a man and I could never, and la la la. Girl, anyway, and I was married to a man and now you're trying to be married to me. Okay. And I was married to him. I loved him for what it was at the time. And truth be told, if we're gonna really be honest about it, some of y'all still has been with more men than some of us, but I ain't gonna get into it. We're gonna move over it. Okay, let's move on. How do you co-parent with your ex-husband? I guess speaking of my ex-husband, truth. How transparent do we want this to be? I don't. We don't co-parent. We don't do anything together. Co means together. We don't parent together. We don't really communicate at all. That's not really my choice. I would prefer to co-parent. I would prefer to parent together, for us to communicate, for us to even have a really good relationship, even a friendship. My ex-husband and I were together 15 years. Mind you, I'm only 37. I met him when I was 17 years old. We got divorced when I was 33 years old. So he knows me. I know him. I would love for us to be able to be friends and laugh and talk. We had so many experiences together. I would love for us to be able to parent our son together, have birthday parties together, go to parent-teacher conferences together, plays, recitals, have conversations with our son, you know, that are important together. But that's just not the place that he's in right now. Am I holding out hope that he will get to that place? Absolutely. Do I think he'll probably get to that place once he remarries? Yes. No, he's not in love with me. That man don't want me at all. And I don't want him either. That's not the hold up or the hiccup. It's more about I know that man. That's about pride. But I think that when he does remarry and another woman who is mature and loving comes into the picture, she will help to kind of soften some of that pride. And her and I maybe could build a relationship to soften some of that. And while that's not her responsibility, shout out to you, girl, whoever you might be. Hey, girl, you can call me. While that's not her responsibility, I do plan on trying to build a relationship with whomever that is to kind of bridge some of that a little bit. So how do we co-parent? Right now, we don't. I parent over here when Phoenix is with dad. He parents over there. I don't exactly know how that looks. I know enough to know that he knows me, dad knows me well enough to know don't play no games. And that's it. And I can just hope and trust that he's a good dad and he'll parent well when he's with our son. But other than that, I just leave it in God's hands, baby. I do the best I can when he's here with me. I communicate a lot with my ex-husband's mom, my ex-mother-in-law, and I trust God that he's going to take care of my baby when he's not in my care. And that's really all I can do. Let's go on to the next question. This one is from someone I know in real life also. How do you balance being a wife, a mother, and having time to yourself? It used to be harder than it is now. I used to feel bad. But the truth is, how I do it, I'm selfish about it. And I'm intentional about it. When I came to a place where I could verbalize that I love me more than I love anybody on this earth, and I wouldn't have mumbled. Once upon a time, I wouldn't have said that out loud because I would be afraid, people would judge me or think something about it. You have a child, you're a wife, you're a therapist. How could you say such a selfish thing? But it's true. I don't love nobody like I love me. There is nobody on this earth that I love more than I love myself. And so I'm intentional to take up time for myself. And I plan trips by myself. I plan trips with my friends. I allow other people to help me with my child. I allow my wife to help me. I allow my first mother-in-law to help me. I call his daddy. Come get this boy. And I take time even away from my wife. I travel without my wife also. A lot. We travel together, but I travel equally as much without her. Because I need my time for me. I'm really intentional about that. And I stand on business when it comes to me. I make plans for myself because I have been burnt out as a wife and mom in the past, and I know what that felt like. And it was hard to get out of bed some days, and I wasn't being a good wife and I wasn't being a good mom. And I'm a better wife and mother now that I prioritize myself. I'm so intentional to take care of me first. I put my mask on first. I'm gonna do self-care for me first. I'm going to therapy for me first. Before I'm going to marriage counseling, before I'm going to counseling or therapy about being parenting, I'm going for me. I'm gonna take care of me and my trauma and my wounds and my stuff first. And I do. If I need a day for myself, I'm gonna take that. If I gotta pay somebody to keep this child, I'm gonna do that. But I'm intentional about it. And sometimes people have stuff to say about how much I do for myself. But them same people wish they could do the same, but they're afraid of the same judgment that I used to be afraid of. So yeah, I'm intentional about it and I prioritize myself. They go to the door. That means the kiddo and my wife are home. Next question. How did you know you were gay? I always knew I was gay. In elementary school, I knew I was gay. I remember thinking that everybody liked girls. And everybody liked everybody. I thought that was a normal thing. And so I remember verbatim one day my sister, I think I was in like the 1st grade, and I saw a girl and I was kind of looking at her like, you know, innocently like a kid, like, And I remember my sister being like, stop staring at that girl, you must be gay. And I remember being like, I don't know what that means, but okay. I've always been gay. I have always been attracted to women. If I'm truly honest, we're gonna call this, if we're being transparent, there's only been one man in my whole life I've ever been attracted to. And I wasn't attracted to him physically. He was a safe place for me and someone who was protective. I was attracted to that. But as far as men go, I've never been sexually or physically attracted to men, just women. So how did I know? I've always known. I was scared of societal expectations, is why it took me so long to come out, but I always knew. Let's see what's next. How did you meet your wife? Online. Baby, I met that girl on Hinge. She's actually the only girl that I have ever met online and dated. And it turned out well. It worked. Shout out to Hinge. Hey, if y'all want to work together, do some stuff with me and my wife, we'll be down for it. It was a really good experience. We're actually dwindling down to some of the end questions. Y'all ask some really personal questions. Look, they keep opening the door, so that's what y'all are hearing. But y'all asked some really good questions. I think because I've had the platforms for so long, y'all feel like you know me, and I feel like you know me, so you weren't scared to like really get in there, and I appreciate that. What dating advice would you give someone newly dating in their 30s? Have fun. Have fun. When I say I had never dated and really been single until I was divorced, so in my early 30s I was thrown into this dating world not knowing a thing. Baby, I had fun. I was dating up a storm. It got so bad. I was having so much fun. One day my daddy called me on the phone. He was like, we was having a regular conversation. He heard some background noise. He was like, where are you? Baby, I said, I don't know. I was traveling around having fun. I had to really take a moment and look around. Where the hell am I? I don't know. Somewhere with somebody's daughter, baby, having fun, having a blast. Be safe. Don't get carried away. But have fun. Enjoy it. Do not go out into the dating world. I know they say date with a purpose. Date for a husband. Date for a wife. La, la, la. Don't. If you are newly single, if you have never dated, date for fun. Date to get to know people. Date to meet people. Just enjoy it. See what you like. You don't even know what you like. I didn't even know what I wanted or what I liked or what I didn't like until I experienced it, right? Test the waters. Taste the food. See what you enjoy, what you don't enjoy, what you will put up with, what you won't put up with. See what's out there. There's so much out there, and do not limit yourself. Everybody is an option. If you like men, all the men are an option. If you like women, all the women are an option. Baby, if you pansexual, everybody in the club get tipsy. Everybody is an option. Don't limit yourself, with things like race. I know, it's me saying it. I know it's me saying it. Date, enjoy, have fun, travel. Get up out of that small town. Get up out of Marouge, get up out of Bastrop, get up out of Monroe, get up out of Shreveport, get up out of Jackson, get up out of that town and travel and date and see people, meet people. Don't be afraid to go somewhere else. And if someone asks you for drinks, go to drinks. Text somebody, let somebody know where you at. Snap a little picture on the side if you can. This one with child, just in case. But go, have fun. I encourage you to experience. You ain't got no type. You ain't never dated nobody. Have fun. Get online. We don't say that enough. Get online. Date online. You're not going enough places to meet people for real. There aren't any third places in real life anymore. Places outside of home and work that we go to frequently enough. Maybe church, if that's, you don't want nobody up out of there. I'm just telling you, you don't want nobody up out of there. But go online. Open yourself up. Broaden your horizon. Smell the flowers. Have fun. Do not take dating so seriously. Even if you want to be partnered, even if you want to be married, dating is not for that. A relationship is for that. If you're dating and I'm gonna tell you like my auntie told me, you are single until you are married. Argue with your mom. Don't argue with me. You are single until you are married. Until you are in a committed relationship, you're single. Date plural. Okay? I ain't gotta spell it out for you to know what I mean. Date and have fun while you do it. Be safe. Now, in full transparency, because we're transparent around here. Sleep with whoever you want to sleep with, who you're comfortable sleeping with. Now me, y'all can say what you want to say about me. I can be sexually conservative, right? She's 37. It ain't been that many, but that's my personal preference. Okay? So I ain't saying go out and sleep with every Tom, Dick, and Harry, Ashley, Brittany, and Jessica. Right? I'm saying have fun. And if fun looks like that for you, do that. Not the type of place where we have any type of judgment for that. Okay? We don't slut shame anything. But if you're going to do that, I don't have a lot of advice for that because I haven't experienced that. What I can say is be careful, be safe, protect yourself, let somebody know where you're going. Okay? Okay. We actually only have 2 more questions left. What kind of blush do you use? Okay, I use Juvia's Place. I'm gonna see if I can pop up, I don't know, I only use 2 types. I'm gonna see if I can pop up something somewhere with the title, with the name of them. But I use Juvia's Place blush, and I am a blush girl. I love a good blush. I even put a little bit on my nose, if you can tell. And last question, how did you get comfortable wearing your natural hair? Girl, you would ask me that when I got on this wig. I have had natural hair since I graduated from high school. A lot of you guys know I had locks for 13 years. And so under this wig is this much hair. I got this much hair. I got 13, 14 strands of hair. That's all we got up under there. I recently cut off my locks. So I have very short hair. For the first time in my life, I have short hair, and I really like it. But it was hard. I'm not gonna lie and say it wasn't hard, and it was scary to cut my hair. I had hair, my locks went all the way down past my butt, and I loved it, baby. I loved having hair like that. But I felt like Rapunzel, and a lot of my confidence and self-esteem came from having a lot of hair. And so cutting my hair was scary because I didn't know if I would still feel pretty without it. But one day I took a risk and I decided, I'm not an indecisive gal. I decided to cut my hair, so I cut my hair. And I looked in the mirror and I was still pretty. I still liked what I saw. And embracing my natural hair, short, was more so about embracing me and loving me. Because the hair is the hair. Right? The hair doesn't change who I am. When I looked in that mirror, and I was literally bald, I'm talking about I was bald headed, y'all. I was looking at myself. I actually encourage you, if you're a gal or a femme or woman, to cut your hair if you have the opportunity. Like, there is no love like the self-love that I feel when I look at myself face to face in the mirror, and it's just me. It's just face. I am so in love with me that my hair, whether it's this long, or this long, doesn't change that. I have done so much work on myself and been so intentional with Dee. Nothing shakes that. I love me so bad. I love me so bad. I mess with me so hard. And that's what it's going to take for you to really be confident with your natural hair. For you to love you. Okay? That's all we actually have for today. Thank you so much for sitting through these questions with me, and thank you so much for asking the questions. I asked you guys to ask questions and you did. A lot of the questions were repetitive, so I just asked them the one time. But shout out to all of you guys. I love you. Thank you for joining me. We're going to be talking about mental health, relationship, lifestyle. She's coughing. She's not feeling really well. Lifestyle, family stuff, all of the things. This channel is about adulting. That's the niche, adulting. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you come back. Please subscribe and like and follow me on all platforms. I love you guys. I appreciate you. And in full transparency, this was really fun. Bye.